Hello, thank you for tuning in to the Diaspora panel. We are the voice of the diaspora, and I'm so happy in the studio today to be in company of Mr. Ademola Adisa, who is based in London. Mr. Adisa, you are welcome to today's meeting.
Oh, thank you. I'm very much happy to be here.
I'm also very glad to welcome Mr. Olalawal, based in Canada. Mr. Lawal, you are welcome.
Thank you for having me, and good day to all our viewers.
And Mr. Olaitan Adedigba, who is based in United States of America. Mr. Adedigba, you are welcome.
Thanks for having me this afternoon.
My name is Dejiolaya, and I'm based in Ireland. Today, we're going to talk about the Obidient movement. But before we dive in, I just want to say a big thank you to all our viewers. And if you're one of the viewers who have not yet subscribed, please click that button. It is free of charge. It means that anytime we do a new video, you'll be one of the first people to know about it. And please, if you like our video, please share it, send it to your friends, send it to your family, send it to other people so that they also could benefit. So the question we are going to ask today, based on what has been going on in the last few weeks or the last few months, is the Obidient movement dead or is it still alive? Because it looks like with the current travails of Peter Obi, and it looks like his Obidient coalition seems to be breaking apart. For example, his Southeast homebase is no longer there as a bloc. Many of the governors are rooting for Tinubu. And also, his Christian coalition have suddenly realized that a Muslim ticket is not an Islamization agenda, that there is nothing to fear. So that religious appeal is also dead. And lastly, most of Obi's voters in 2023 have seen Tinubu's performance in 2 years and are coming online to confess that they actually think that Tinubu is the best person to handle this country at this time now. So the question we're going to ask today is the Obidient movement going out of fashion? So let me start with you, Shukpo, because you are obedient. So let's start with you. So when you look at what is going on around Obi, especially Israel moving from Labour Party, going to ADC, they said he wants to go to PDP. Nobody seems to know where he is. Do you think that that coalition is beginning to crack?
Yeah, thank you very much. I think let's start first of all with the origin of the movement itself, because the movement was not really born out of Peter Obi's campaign, but it was born out of despair of Nigerian youths, following decades of corruption, broken promises, and institutions that never lived up to their promise. I think, in that.
Can you increase your volume? Can you increase your volume, please?
Yeah, thank you. So I think in the aftermath of that, Obi became a symbol, with a clean slate kind of appeal, soft-spoken with a technocratic appeal. And he became more like a face to that movement. I think, without necessarily, digging, too deep, because of, the vision that he was able to put forward, I think Obi became a recognizable face, to that movement. And if we look at it today, I will say that the movement is not dead. I think there's a lot happening, as we analyzed in some of our previous videos, that with the coalition and everything that is happening, if Peter Obi is not careful, he may not make it to the ballot in 2027. And if that were to happen, then obviously the movement would need some form of face, to put forward their legislative agenda, which means they would have to look for other means and opportunities to be able to put their policies forward. So it's not dead. I wouldn't say it's dormant either, but I think the movement is in a kind of watch and wait mode.
Thank you very much. So, Demola, when you look at Obi's appeal, his appeal is, first of all, to his Igbo ethnic group. His appeal is to the youngsters in the country, those who want change, radical change, revolution. And his appeal is those who are Christians, who think we don't want to be left out. We don't want to be Islamized, So when you look at that appeal, do you think that Obi still has a hold of that appeal?
Thank you so much, DG. Those factors are the main things that agitate the Obidient movement. The need for younger generation, and also a detribalized leader, and also a younger and much fertile or strong leader. But these are the things that attracted people to the movement in 2023. And the hope is that the Nigerians should provide a leader that's worthy. Even though Nigeria doesn't have that leader that is that young, but from the outcome of the from post 2023 election, from 23 to now, it has showed that even those things are very important, but they may not necessarily be realizable by a younger generation. The performance of President Tinubu have shown that this can come from anybody that is have the interest of the country at heart. The majority of Tinubu's cabinet are not only Christians, but they are also younger generations, which is unprecedented in Nigerian political history. The same thing also is, he has shown that because the fear of the tribal sentiment or religious sentiment that Tinubu is a Muslim, and because of the Muslim ticket that he will provide for the Muslims, this has not been made realizable. It's not only supporting the Christians and the Muslims and also other religious or tribal, it's free of tribal sentiment. And it's tried to, as much as possible, to spread the resources all over Nigeria. So these are things that are really affecting the influence of the Obidient movement, because what they are aiming to achieve are easily being achieved by this present administration.
Thank you so much. So, Lighton, I want you to look at Obi's immediate constituency, which is the Southeast. That is in 2023, he got about 98% of the votes in the Southeast, those 5 states. But when you look into those states now, in Anambra State, Governor Soludo is looking towards Bola Tinubu. In fact, he has declared that he's going to vote for Bola Tinubu. He's going to support Tinubu in 2023. Ebonyi State, the Minister for Works, David Umahi, the best minister in government, the best minister, is from Ebonyi State. He's a former governor of Ebonyi State, and he's doing very well. And he's going to deliver Ebonyi State. If you look in Imo State, the governor there is an APC governor. He's determined to deliver his state. And if you look at the other 2 states, Governor Chris Mba and the other governor, they are all looking towards it. And it looked like the Igbos have decided that in 2015 and 2019, we voted against Buhari, we were left out. 2023, we voted against Tinubu, we were almost left out. So we want to be part of the central government. So do you think Obi has lost that constituency?
No, really. Obi has not lost the constituency, but the fact is, majority of the people were disgruntled with the way Buhari was ruling then. Why Buhari was they are dealing with the people who are agitating for their rights in the north. The east. And in the West, whereby they are killing the Yoruba people, they are killing the Eastern people. So a lot of people, they have sympathy for them. All of them decide, why should Buhari? Then that was cumulated in saying that, oh, we are not going to vote for APC. We need a fresh blood with the Lekki stuff, right? Lekki riot, whereby people, the youth, they came out. So the youth, and a lot of people, they were not happy with the government in power. That was why they tilted toward Obidient, I mean the Obi movement. So, but now with this, in the eastern part of the country, they've seen all the governors there, they made up their mind where this guy is trying compared to the past government we've had in Nigeria. He's giving on a lot. What he says he's doing, he did it. He removed the subsidy. He's giving back the money to the society so that we need to use this money. So they are thinking, even they are thinking about. They have unknown fear within them that anybody that comes here will be like this man. So that is why all the governors in the southeast said that no, they made up their mind that no, that this man should continue for another 4 years. Thank you very much.
Okay.
So Obidient is not dead yet, but they are still there. They'll be rafting for it.
Right.
Thank
Okay.
you. Yeah.
So, Shukwo, I want you to look at the second constituency, which are the body of youngsters all across Nigeria who are very bubbly, who are looking for change, who are looking for new leadership. They're looking for a young person. They're looking for a revolution. They want somebody who can transform their life, bam, just like that. And they all gravitated towards Obi. Now, when you look online now, some of them are coming online and they are saying, you know what? This is a good government. Most of them were in universities, they are getting Nelfund money. The money they are receiving alerts. You understand? Some of them there's a lot of intervention, programs, and they are getting money. They are getting help, and most of them are now coming online and actually say, you know what? I'm going to vote APC in 2027 because Tinubu has done well. So, do you think Obi has kind of lost this constituency, or do you think possibly he still has an opportunity to mend his ways?
Okay, this is a very, very interesting question, and this is something I'm very, very personally passionate about. I think Obi will lose some obedience if the current situation as it is continues to play out. I think, if not anything, the Obidient movement has already shifted Nigeria's political consciousness. I mean, young people have learned that, they can channel their enthusiasm, and channel their energy and channel their ideas and actually shake the establishment. I mean, they turned the elections into a battleground of ideas, with, buzzwords like, turning the economy from consumption to production. And for the first time, probably in our political discourse, Nigerians actually understood that. So the movement, I think, needs to continue to push forward. They've done that through Peter Obi's mandate, or at least to try to, change the status quo through his contesting for the presidency. But it looks like the coalitions that Peter Obi has gotten himself to lately is not resulting in him getting the opportunity to contest again. Now, I personally don't think the movement is going to fizzle out. As a matter of fact, I think if President Tinubu can actually create inroads, to reach out to that movement, how do you do that? By actually listening to them, by discussing with them, by beginning to implement some of their ideas into government. These are things, that this movement wants. Are they going to be able to do everything? Maybe not. But I see cracks in that coalition because, to be honest with you, there are lots of things that the Tinubu administration have done which no government till today in Nigeria has had the liver to do. The floating the naira, for example, getting rid of the petroleum subsidy. I mean, these are very deep-seated issues that even President Muhammadu Buhari could not tackle. Tinubu has done it, and we are beginning to see signs that the economy is waking up and things. So that coalition, I've said this many times, is cracking. I don't, if things continue the way it is, and Peter Obi does not grow that movement within the Labour Party or within the ADC, if it is possible, then it's going to be a fractured coalition with some sitting at home, some maybe still voting for Peter Obi if it's on the ballot, and others actually going for Tinubu come 2027.
Thank you very much. I think that was a very wonderful answer to that question. So, Demola, the Christian constituency, we overheard Obi in the last election calling a man of God, oh, daddy, 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 and all that. And he was accused actually of Christianizing, religionizing the campaign. So, and his main argument was that the vice presidential candidate, the candidate then was a Muslim, the vice presidential candidate was a Muslim, and Obi used that to palm his way through, and he was able to get all the Christian votes in Benue, in Plateau, in Nasarawa, in those enclaves. So this time around, after 2 years of Bola Tinubu's government, I haven't seen all this performance. There's no Islamization. There's no demonizing of Christians. There's a lot of Christians in the government. In fact, the highest military man, the chief of defense staff, Chris Musa, is a Christian. And when you look at the most of the top positions in government, they are manned by Christians. So as Obi's grip on this Christian movement has that grip slipped, or is it gone completely?
Oh, thank you, Deji. The 2023 election, Obi used religion as a big weapon. It's obvious. And the situation was compounded or assisted because of the Muslim ticket of the APC. So he used it as a sentiment to rally Christians against the APC on the fear, creating a lot of fear and agitation that the Christians will not only be marginalized, but also will be terrorized or subdued or marginalized in a great sense.
Okay.
But that fear has not been realistic. Not only that, Tinubu have shown that it's not only it's not a religious, it doesn't have any religious sentiment or any sentiment against any religion. He has also shown by practice and everything that he has nothing against Christianity, and his government has not only encouraged Christians, but the Christians in Nigeria have never had it so good in any of the Nigeria. Even when Obasanjo was the president, or even Yar'Adua, or even Jonathan, the 8 chief of army, the security officers in Nigeria now, 5 out of the 8 are Christians. Also, the important cabinet positions are held by Christians. The central bank is by Christians. The chief of coordinator minister for economy and everything is a Christian. Most of the ministers, the central bank, that's why I said the central bank governor, which is a Christian. And most of the other vital, you look at aviation, you look at works, you look at a lot of these core and what you call juicy positions are held by Christians. So it's making it very highly inclusive. And from all indication, 60% of his cabinet are mostly Christian. The Christian dominate his cabinet more than any other religion. So he is very inclusive, and this has really alienated the fears that Tinubu is anti-Christian or the government will be anti-Christian. So the Muslim have no bearing or effect on the administration of Bola Tinubu.
Okay, thank you so much, Demola. Lighton, let's look back 2 years ago. Tinubu came to government. It was a packed bus. Buhari packed the bus. They gave Tinubu a bus, no engine, no tire, no electricals. Everything was flat. So it was a flat lorry. And this man has to start from the beginning. There was no money. About 90% of Nigeria's income was being used to service debt. Our oil had been sold in advance.
Far forward.
Yeah, they've been sold in advance. The money that was being gotten from the one that are being sold were being given in subsidies. You understand? Our currency was being subsidized. The Emefielers were giving out currency at 400. Some people are going to sell it for 800. There was a lot of arbitrage. So it was nil. Now this man came in and he turned everything around. Right now, look at the rate of construction. There have been nobody has ever done this kind of construction since 1960. Our currency is now stable. Food prices are now coming down. He has removed fuel subsidy, collected the money from them. He's now giving the governors are now earning 3 times what they were earning before. They now have money to execute projects. So most of the people who are saying Tinubu is sick, he's going to die tomorrow, they now know that this man is healthy. He's not going to die tomorrow. You understand? So when you look at all this, do you think that Obi will have nothing to campaign on in 2027?
Thank you for that question. I always say that no nation can move beyond the vision and the reasoning of their leaders. When we have somebody who is forthright at the end of affair, he knows what he's doing, right? We will get it straight, no doubt, right? Tinubu, he knows what he wanted to do, and he frontally confronted the problems on the ground, right? And for him, two of them, Atiku and Obi, they were roping their campaign. They tie around religion and ethnicity. But Tinubu never. Atiku was saying that it's Hausa they should vote for. He was telling the Northerner. Yeah, the Obi was saying, Christian, Christian, they should vote for someone who not Sharia, but this guy, he was addressing issues, and the issue he addressed then was the issue he faced squarely, frontally. He faced it, and Obi we still have, Obi thrive. His Excellency Obi thrive in malign, in reviling all the government minuses. I will never provide solutions. The data it will give us unsupported data. That this is what is going on in Japan, in Jakarta. This is what is going on in Somalia. This is what is going on. But the data that will not support the facts on ground. So what we are saying in essence is Obi will still have it will still appeal to sentiments, and the sentiment it will appeal to is inevitableness of the government. Maybe they construct the coastal road well, or the power generation they didn't do it well. It will see minus. It will point to one minus or two. All their minuses. That is what he will hinge his campaign upon. Let's wait and see till 2027. But I know he will still find something to campaign about.
Thank you very much. So, Shukwa, finally, this is your final question. It looked like the Obidient movement is losing steam. It's losing steam. It looked like it went up and then it's now gradually coming down. What must Obi do now to rekindle that fire? What must he do now?
Yeah. So I think let's start from because to move forward, you have to learn lessons from what has happened in the past. The Obidient movement, I think, in the 2023 election was mostly social media. Yes, the online noise was deafening. Voter turnout on the ground revealed a gap. Noise is not votes. Mistaking noise for numbers, absolutely. The Obidient movement, I think, for which I'm a part of, is guilty of that. I think as Obedients, we underestimated the ruthlessness of the old political structures and we overestimated digital mobilization. All of this energy and everything, it needs to translate into an actual movement on the ground through a political party with fresh candidates, being sponsored, being brought on to contest elections at all levels of government, starting from, the local governments, state house of assemblies. So when you start to put people in position where they can actually change policy, then you can begin to implement. So I think what the Obedient movement needs to do is they need to turn their online energy and enthusiasm into an actual movement on the ground, to mobilize people to vote, to talk to people within their local constituencies and organize themselves. That is the only recipe that can move the party forward. And I believe they have the enthusiasm. They may not have the funding and all of that to do it, but I believe that where there's a will, there's a way.
Thank you. Thank you, Lama. So, Demola, this is your last question also. So, do you think Obi has that leadership skill to bounce back, to rekindle that fire? The Obi we have seen, who has jumped now from Labour Party, he could not resolve the crisis in the Labour Party, he has jumped to ADC. In ADC now, there's also, they haven't even started yet, there's crisis. We don't know whether it's going to PDP. So it seems to be somebody who cannot be trusted with leadership. He doesn't seem to have that skill. So do you think Obi can bounce back? Do you think he can rekindle that fire?
What you don't have, you don't have. There's nothing you can do about it. There's a slang that says abinibi is beyond ability. If you are not endowed with leadership, no matter how much or rhetoric you have, you cannot provide leadership. It has shown clearly that the weakness of Obi is leadership. He cannot lead. God saved Nigeria that he was not the leader. I don't think he can be able to handle the situation as President Tinubu is handling it now. All Nigerians know that. That for him, he cannot provide that. At this present time, the leadership that Nigeria deserves, Obi doesn't have that ability. It's not impossible for him to learn it, but he needs to start associating himself with the truth and talk reality, positively about Nigeria. If you want to live in Nigeria and you are discredited in the country and your narration is mostly of falsehood than truth, people will see through you and they will not follow you.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, Demola. Lighter, this is also your last question. So apparently, the APC and President Tinubu, they will be the best beneficiary of a faltering Obidient movement. So what must they do now to keep their tempo? So that since they are now about 1 mile, ahead, what must the APC President Bola Tinubu and this, what must they do now to make sure that the Obidient movement is never ever allowed again to rear its head?
Yeah, is what they should do. Thank you first and foremost. Thank you for the question. What they should do is what they are doing at the present moment. The recruitment drive. We need a recruitment drive. So from all, Obidient, they busy on the arise, on the on the channels to be, but grassroots. You don't have anybody in the north, in the northwest, northeast. You don't have people in the southwest, south. I mean, only in the east. So what we are saying in essence is APC should continue the recruitment drive. Let everybody come to APC, where deliver your word for us. So the number of people we have in our party delivering their structure with us, that the more the merrier. So anybody that wants to come, it's not enough. They are not enough yet. All of them should come. They should come to APC. That is what we are saying. And people are later on they will be saying that they don't win. They win on how many? I don't know. They will be saying that they are the one they rigged the election. When you busy on the TV campaign, you don't go to the grassroots. You don't do house to house evangelism to come out to win people on your side. You don't meet the market women. You don't meet the artisan. You don't meet. Is that how people are? Is that how election are won? Is it on the mass media, on the newspaper, on the television, electronic media? No, it is not done. So I thank God. I thank God the APC, they know what to do. They in Nigeria, APC introduced a scientific approach to electioneering campaign. Not they analyze it that okay, in this state, how many people can we win? What will be our vote? Can we win in this state? Let's concentrate our attention to where we can win. Let us do this, let us do that. But all of them they did the recruitment drive, they brought everybody in. They will win the election. So those people are shouting the rig election, they will continue shouting without proof. They will be saying that they won the election, but they can't prove it that they win the election, right? So they don't have the people to win the election for them. Like Shuko said, you have to go to your ward level. Go to the people you elect to the council chairman, the ward, the councillors, the House of Assembly, House of Representatives, Senate. These are the people that can. But you don't have the structure, and you are saying you win the election. How are you going to win the election? Thank you very much, Jared.
Thank you, Lighton. So
Yeah.
I want to say a big thank you to all our viewers who've come to the end of this transmission. And I want to say a big thank you to Mr. Olaitan Didigba all the way from America. Thank you so much for coming to this meeting.
It's my pleasure being here.
And Mr. Ademola Adisa, all the way from the United Kingdom. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And also Mr. Lolawal from Canada. Thank you so much for coming to this meeting.
Thank you for having me.
Again, if you're one of our viewers, you've not yet subscribed, please hit that button. It is free of charge so that when we do the next video, you'll be one of the first people to know about it. Please, if you like this video and all our other videos, please share it. Share it to your friends, share it to all people that you know so that they too, can have this information. Again, thank you so much for watching this Calicast. We'll see you again next week. Goodbye. God bless you.